Sam Cooke was certainly one. I mean, I love working with Sam Cooke. He was an amazing artist. Henry Mancini was another one. I'll give you a little thing about Henry. We would usually like to work 8 to 11. And back in those days, you'd do 3, 4 songs in that period. If you went 1 minute over 11, all the musicians got a half-hour overtime. So everybody was always trying to finish. So with Hank, we'd do the last take, and it would be 2 minutes to 11. We'd say, "Oh, God, that was great, Hank. Wow, fabulous." He'd say, no, I heard something over here in the violas, or was there a bass note that wasn't right over there or something? And we'd do another take, and it would put us 1 or 2 minutes over 11 o'clock, and all the musicians got a half-hour overtime. That was Hank's way of saying thank you to the musicians, and he did it every single time. And I loved him for that. I thought that was such a generous thing to do. So he was one of my favorites. I'm working with one now, Diana Krall. I'm in love with that woman. She is such a great singer and a great player, and a joy to work with. Natalie Cole was another good one. Do you have time for? I tell you a couple stories. Yeah. I did an interview in Mix Magazine, or one of the magazines, and they said, "Do you have any regrets?" This was years ago. And I said, "I have one regret. I never got to work with Frank Sinatra." 3 weeks later, I get a call from Phil Ramone. "Hey, Al, how you doing?" And Phil and I were really dear friends, so we're chatting back and forth. And he said, "Are you available?" And he gave me a 3-week period, and I got my book, and I looked, and I said, "Yeah, I'm cool. Great." So we talked about my price and haggled it a little bit, and he gave me, teasingly gave me, well, I don't know, Al, so it was really fun. So we're getting ready to hang up, and I said, "By the way, who's the artist?" He said, "Frank Sinatra." I said, "Phil, if you'd have told me that in front, I would have done it for nothing." He said, "If you would have asked me for more money, I would have given it to you." So that was cool. The same thing with Paul McCartney. I was talking to someone, so who would you like to work with? I said, "I've never worked with Paul McCartney. I'd love to do that." Sure enough, Paul McCartney. So there's one artist out there I'd like to work with now. She doesn't know about it, but Sade. I think I could make a great record with Sade, capture her voice and so forth. So that's it. Otherwise, I've worked with everybody. Oh, yeah, sometimes I'll wake up, if I've been mixing, I'll wake up and I'll say, "God, did I have enough bass on that mix? Or did I do this?" It's one of the reasons I don't have a studio at home. Because if I did, I'd be up at 2 in the morning down at the studio trying to fix things. So this way I think about it, and then when I come in the studio the next day, I'll check it to make sure. But things like that, just making sure the balance is right and that I did the right thing, and haven't said the wrong thing at some point. You think, why did I say that? Oh my, that was not kind. So.